Want to live healthy by acquiring knowledge about health-related issues, being it chronic or curable diseases, nutritious meals, exercises, and as well as correct all the wrong myths surrounding these issues? Don't worry, the Alive Health Show brings you exactly that. With our team of expertise health practitioners, we are poised to bring you nothing but the very best of information and knowledge about health-related issues. Hello, I'm Sandra Bentil. Make a date with me every Sundays at 5:30 p.m. and catch a repeat on Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. only on Hill TV. All right, so it's another wonderful Sunday evening, and as we do it on Sundays, we get to discuss all health issues that has been bothering you. Okay, you're welcome to a live health show, and of course, proudly brought to you by Prophetic Hill Chapel, and this is a live health show. My name is Sandra Bentil, and so today we get to talk more, get into the nitty-gritties of pelvic inflammatory diseases. Now, you might have had some infections in the past, and maybe the doctor diagnosed you of this condition. Maybe you're experiencing some symptoms of it. You know what? You just have to stay glued to the channel. Don't change it, and let's get to talk about it. Let's get to help you. Let's get to give you some information so that it can also help you in any way, and even your friends. Who knows? You can call your friends, and especially this topic is for we the ladies. Okay, so you don't have to miss this. We are streaming live on Facebook at Prophet Nigel Gaze's official Facebook page, and also at Hale_TV on Facebook. Don't forget to follow our social media pages, Hale_TV on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, and Prophetic Hill Chapel. Don't forget to follow us. And so let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll introduce my guest, and then we delve right into the conversation. You're welcome. Want to live healthy by acquiring knowledge about health-related issues, being it chronic or curable diseases, nutritious meals, exercises, and as well as correct all the wrong myths surrounding these issues? Don't worry, the Alive Health Show brings you exactly that. With our team of expertise health practitioners, we are poised to bring you nothing but the very best of information and knowledge about health-related issues. Hello, I'm Sandra Bentil. Make a date with me every Sundays at 5:30 p.m. and catch a repeat on Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. only on Hill TV. Yeah, welcome back. This is a live health show right here on Hill TV, your favorite Christian channel. And as I said before the break, we are going to discuss pelvic inflammatory diseases. So for short, PIDs. I have with me Dr. Paul Amanu Aban. He is a medical doctor and also a herbal doctor at Royal Mediherb Clinic. You're welcome, Doc.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope all is well. I hope the family and everybody. You're looking great. I love your outfit.
Thanks. You're also looking nice.
Thank you. Okay, now, you can say pelvic inflammatory disease.
Mefa akwanya osatia ahwefo nyina.
Okay.
Ka say PID, that's pelvic inflammatory disease. And I say over to second pelvic inflammatory disorder.
Disorder, okay.
Yeah, whether disease or disorder. Okay. When we say this, it refers to infection of the upper reproductive system. Infection of the upper part of the reproductive system. I say ɛyɛ ɔbaa nawodeɛ deɛ etumi ma ne wo no ɛnneɛma etumi ma ne wo no sɛ enya infection a ɛna ɛka sɛ wɔnya PID.
Nti infection biara ebe affect ɔbaa wodeɛ organs no ɛyɛ PID ana.
PID.
Infection biara, any form of infection ɛbɛtumi friend PID.
Infection a ɛbɛ affect either free service no awodeɛ nano awodeɛ no mu awodeɛ ne nsa through sex no.
Okay, through sex.
And ɛka sɛ ɛyɛ PID.
Okay, nti aside sex no, there's no other way obetumi nya PID.
Aside sex no, so there are some people who insert things into the vagina, like a draw and other things, the vaginal tightness and all those things. They can also introduce infection that can spread to the upper part of the respiratory, the reproductive system. And so to me, I call it PID.
Oh, okay, I see. And you know, say Ebiana. What are the causative organisms first? First of all, there being organism and our being a cause pelvic inflammatory disease. No?
We have a lot of nearma and more to make cause PID, no? But most of the times, 75 to 90% of all the PID cases, you know, gonorrhea.
Okay.
Yeah, cause Neisseria gonorrhea, and chlamydia trachomatis. Until trying to short, I say gonorrhea and chlamydia, and I can say gono, yeah. So if you get those kind of infections, now when treated for a longer time, then it can spread to the upper part of the reproductive system.
Okay.
Then we term it as PID.
Okay, and also, no, you bet me who duration a bet take if the person has been introduced to the organism, an infection. How long and a bit me after that time, no, it is possible to impact pelvic inflammatory disease.
There's no specific time. Say times obiara in the immune system. Said yet. Any form of infection, the body tries to fight it. And to say you overcome the immune system now, then there should be another medical intervention to calm down situations. And to obiara in the system said yeah,
okay.
Yes. And to me, I say, unya STI and sexual transmitted infections within 3 days, ubenya or within 4 days. No, obiara ne how the system no, it to me a fight infection. No? Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, doc, causes of pelvic inflammatory disease have been there.
Causes, you know, infection through sex.
Okay.
There's an infection through sexual intercourse.
Okay, okay, we just spoke about that.
Yes, so when there's a sexual intercourse and there's transmission of infection from one to the other, from a man to a woman, and it's not well treated for some couple of times, then it can upgrade itself to PID.
Okay, let's talk about the symptoms.
The signs and symptoms, most of the times, the women complain, let's come to the normal practical, about say, Mrs. Yemia. Mrs. Yemia. My ass was my ass Yemia. Was my ass Mrs. Yemia. Was my ass Mrs. Yemia.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of the time, no. Sana omo complaining. Yeah. And no boy said, me menses Mrs. Yemia. My ass is me menses also. And my said the eba no. And yes, I neighbor. All those are signs and symptoms. Enti obiba it me obi Mrs. It me ya. Obu na ya say na obi wa both ni sisi na ya say nyina eye ne ya obu won so a ne menses no emma yi obu okra sometimes month bo na menses mpo emma obu a 2 months 3 months no onye ne menses ono so a onyem ana say we ye sex so a mo Philippine there's painful sex in the women when they are having sex they feel pain, so all those are signs and symptoms, and sometimes there won't be any signs and symptoms. Sometimes there won't be any signs and symptoms. Yeah. And recurrent miscarriages. And also to me, a sign that say infection be ewo obu onyema na say na onti ase it can be a PID.
Okay. Yeah. Before the show, no, I asked you and then you said that it could be genetics.
No, that is we were talking about ovarian cysts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the PI, then they're purely through
Purely
sexual
infection.
Okay.
Yeah, through sexually transmitted infections or douching, putting things inside the vagina, introducing those kind of infectious organisms into the reproductive system, thereby leading to PID.
Okay. So apart from primary symptoms here, what about say bia we say obi wo ha onya symptom.
Onya symptom, yeah.
Cry. There are no other secondary symptoms. Say bia physical appearance bia na bibi betimi. Address e bia na or
obi wo ha hwe onya any signs and symptoms bia until say e bia obesa say onya miscarriages.
Okay.
And say yeah, obesa so onya miscarriages. And also oye sex or Philippine. Yeah, and Sana, which me say BBC. Ndobua until she gets pregnant, obenya miscarriages no. Nothing shows say oyare. But the infection is there. That is, it means it is moderate to severe. I know anything. A moderate or mild infection. And the man and signs and symptoms be. But as time goes on, it be serious, it will start giving signs and symptoms.
Okay. So doc, yabobo symptoms you said there, what can causes ni being so Bijidi said there are risk factors. You might be a bit me I expose you to pelvic inflammatory diseases.
Yeah. Risk factors. First of all, multiple sexual partners.
Okay. Say or partners, sexual partners be brave.
Yeah.
Ebiana brakwe kuho, brakwe juho. Other one be brave. Intabanesa 2 or more.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 or more, and then multiple sexual partners.
Yes, and the douching I'm talking about, inserting things into the vagina.
Okay, but dog, so multiple sexual partners, not say who protect you, does it still expose you?
Protect you in which way?
I mean, by the use of condoms.
By the use of condoms. So the condom class sometimes wait to me at it. Wait to me apply.
And then there are rare cases, so say I don't know.
But
and
it
they are
happens.
negligible.
Ebu hokrampa condom nenti but
Okay.
Yeah, anything can happen. Yes, anything can happen. But it's a way of preventing the sexually transmitted infections. But the best is stay with one person.
One partner.
Yes. If there's any form of infection, you treat it, you are safe. Because if you have multiple sexual partners, you don't know where you are taking the infection from. And you are also spreading it among the sexual partners, which is very dangerous. So even if you treat it, you still take it from somewhere. If someone treats it, the person still gets it back. And it means the treatment, there's no need for the treatment. Yeah. And the your sexual partners too will also spread it to other sexual partners.
Okay.
And there will be a chain of infection.
Okay.
So better.
Yeah, but I know say and encourage so have multiple sexual partners. But what about the sex workers? Maybe they have to do that, and I encourage that they should still protect themselves. Also, use condoms, so that risks no
form.
But the best,
the sex workers is not legalized. That's why they are arresting them up and down.
Yeah.
So they should stop. But it will take some time. So they should protect.
I'm not sure we can make them stop. That's
it's a good idea. It's a good idea. They should use condoms to protect themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Risk factors. Which other risk factors are we looking at?
The risk factors, if your partner, if you happen to know that your partner had a history of sexually transmitted infections, you have to go and screen.
Okay.
You see? Yeah. And if you have an ex-boyfriend, which you happen to know that after separating with this guy is suffering from these things, then you have to also look sharp and go and do a screening to see whether you have a hidden infection. All those things are risk factors. Having a relationship with someone who has a history of is also a risk factor.
Okay. So you know the purely sexual hormonal.
No.
Say they are
infections.
Okay.
Basically infections.
Okay. Now I'm having a discussion with Dr. Paul Amanu Aban. He is a medical and a herbal doctor. Doctor, na what do you mean na boss sir?
Ghana for no your penny na.
A penny na yeah medical side na you na ya call herbal.
About to hospital. Ya want a panina that the area no. Also, minya a baby drubia and kamanu to us. That is our belief. Say a baby drew to us here. But our bro for drawing there, I get it, no.
Now calming it down.
Yeah, now calming it down. That is the mentality.
And you no cray.
And you no cray.
And you no cray.
And you no cray.
Okay, I brought for Johnny to me too. Yarena to be joining so.
Nina a year juma. Provided say a drona a day mouth for a particular condition, a year nedru. Now a drone so is being certified by the Food and Drugs Board Authority. That is it. It is a baby drew and our days are typhoid. One nomina say you're certified by the Food and Drugs Board. One nomina or typhoid. Whether a year baby drew, whether you have brofu drew, or say arena. Echo.
Well, we must say, brofu drew the preservatives when a chemicals now for a long time a bit me quite affect with kidneys, but almost say as for herbal drugs it's purely from God, you know. There are no side effects, but almost say about side effects.
Fine, about no chemicals no. But a group the benefit outweighs the disadvantages. The advantages outweighs the disadvantages.
Yeah.
Yes. Inti a baby drew cry na one na one for correct dosage. Cry a bit to me affect you. One fan within the period they say fan now fabrosa a bit to me affect you. Inti there's always a problem concerning a drubi albenumbia. Just say you should take it how it has been prescribed by a qualified practitioner. That is it. Until you say abrofudru na ebibidru. There are some conditions ebibidru to me entry.
Okay.
Yeah, so the abrofudru, you know, say it is an advanced form of ebibidru. Most of them too were prepared from herbs.
Okay.
Yeah. So you may abrofudru yenom, you may ebibidru so yenom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But sometimes we advise we shouldn't mix the two.
Okay.
We advise we shouldn't mix.
Why is it so? I think I want to say mix it abrofudru ni bibidru.
There's drug reactions. Yeah. A drubo ha and a drubin shia.
Okay.
Enti doctor prescribe abrofudru ma no so kokona konom. Okwa asa ko doctor for one kan chance ko ja abrofudru akọ bibidru so e bia na dru doctor we so de ma no ene abrofudru na doctor ba ko no de ma no inhia. But wonim doctors too no so obi enim say wo san no madru different be kan de amount no. Then there's a reaction. So whom will you blame? Will you blame the orthodox practitioner or the herbal practitioner? Okay. So we advise say wo no abrofudru num wie kura na ba no bibidru one no bibidru. So bibidru so na wo no na afi say want to person kwa abrofudru je bibidru no kura na kono abrofudru no. That is the best.
Okay.
But ni nyina ye good.
Okay. Doc, say bia obi start to say who symptoms. E bia na when ya infection be no asase who symptoms of just the infection. When him say e bia na akoju PID. Eba ne sa what time would you advise say unpa ko ne be call akwa doctor? What time?
Any moment you have a feeling of a PID or you have a feeling of any sign of the PID, you immediately have to go and see a doctor because you might not be able to tell the leveler edru. Being so another who feels a feeling now wondering or say a PID, maybe can a PID now is something else.
Okay.
And to know who doctor able to meditate to say, okay, my many test, we found for investigations, medical investigations, who say a PID no, and I say a PID. Sometimes Ubu Okrana practically Ubu Obebano or so doctor menyam be scan.
Okay.
Woman a coach scan abano, not on him, nay rather PID. Practically women with PID, they feel like they are pregnant, they have this pregnancy signs and symptoms.
Okay. A bit to
say or house or befi. Why said they are painful no feeling no office on him. And so what be scan no insane PID. Yeah, and you know is the doctors that can best tell say what condition and I saw signs and symptoms on a PID and I say a PID. And it is advised that periodically from time to time you can walk into any facility, then you go and test. Because since you are sexually active, It might happen that you have the condition, but it's in the dormant state. A non ready. So the earlier the better. Okona acquire test. Yes, infection view. Okay, sir, then let me do the treatment before it can upgrade itself to something else.
Okay.
So periodically, it's advisable we go and do checkups. That's why health screening is always encouraged.
Okay. Now, doc, I don't know. Is it only by blood test? And I say, which other ways now or more they diagnose?
The diagnosis, there can be a high vagina swab.
Okay.
Yes, on bet me far. Was it in so kakra? Normal the eye test. Normal was okay. And one be a woman. Into no, yema withdraw. Obet me so a scan. Then also, yeah, who say, who yare ebi. Doctors too also have their form of examination. Call it cervical excitation tenderness. And also a doctor, you know, I'm on a training into almost be examination, medical examination. Into no, the unbenya findings, and I'm more who say, okay, then because of this and this and that, you have a PID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, vaginal swab now, obosono, how does it work?
It is the work of the lab technicians. When they go, they have some tool be as a cotton, and you know, they'll put it deep inside the vagina where the cervix is, and they will swap for insulin when I am infection, you know. Okay. Into fat insulin when I am one tinamuno, ebi. No more the collab, no more quack for your juma. Into Omokonomu sa and one of Mokoso PI the Nibu in so no foul was sitting inside Nibina. Not just say yes, a PID. Then we treat it according to the kind of organism. Omunya ho, ebia no munya Nesia gonorrhea organism, or species. Then they will give you a dria, a bucus abuan. Say, this in a Trachomatisa, chlamydia, and also no, not among a dria on the one. A bucampana, Staphylococcus aureus, some different organism be. So the kind of organism that will be detected at the lab from the vaginal swab test, and no any a better home near more drew. And think I say, when your PID nedruni. Yeah, depending on the findings from the lab test or from their investigations, that will determine the kind of medication to be given. But it's basically antibiotics.
Okay, and they treat it. Okay, but I know some on Pacuneco Hospital, na or my year is it a one-time test? And
it depends. It depends on the lab and the lab technicians. You see, it depends and any power. And because of test no, by the results nyam pechna. And I say be at train. Okay. It depends on what goes on at where you are attending your clinic or your hospital. Okay. Yeah, so that is.
But on the average, say be the emphasis on pacono contem, the person is assured to be your results, no. That is it a long procedure or a short? That's what I want to know.
That one, I'm not a lab test, so I cannot talk much about it. Yes, sometimes they grow the organisms. Okay. Sometimes the organism na ammonia no. Yeah, some medium beer on my year. It's a one aduane. So when we take the organism, the little I know, they can just go and do. They have a name to call it. They will just spread the organism on the media now. On my year, okay. Sometimes when they are doing culture and sensitivity, one person says, I'm one a drew bang, and they beat to me a cool fast because there are a lot of antibiotics. Into the one kakrabesoha, then a one big grew, and one grow within 2-3 days. And I said the number of period time now also dinner. You will see them with your eye. Okay. Like this. But there were a microscope now to me. But when we grow them, you can see them with your eyes. With the Staph aureus in it, with the Streptococcus, this is Neisseria gonorrhea. You see them with your eye because you see them on the slice. Okay. Yeah. With a microscope? No, with your eye. With your own eye. Yeah. It's like we have planted seeds and now they have germinated. So you see them with your eyes that this is this. Then they can use different kind of medications, solution. Into ABR, paracetamol, normally I saw this group. ABR, Biko, normally I saw her. ABR, we normally I saw her. By the next day, they expect to say a drone bar could be ɛmmoa no ɔmo hɔ no yɛnti sɛ yɛba no sɛ deɛ de paracetamol so no na ɛmmoa no nyinaa wu a it means when we give you paracetamol it is going to kill all the organisms in you.
Okay.
You understand? So yɛba no sɛ deɛ de biko sauce no so na ɔmo nyinaa wu a then it means biko is the best medication to be given to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is how they do culture and sensitivity to know the kind of medications to be given to you.
Okay. Okay. And you know,
That's the little I know.
say ebiana when you're any of these symptoms, then you quickly go to your doctor. Maybe if you just joined us, we are discussing pelvic inflammatory diseases, and we just spoke about the causes. Now, doc, causes and so bako, just for those that may be just tuned in.
Okay.
The causes of
causes, you know, is sexually
transmitted. Okay.
Or through sex.
Okay.
Yeah. Then through inserting foreign organisms into the vagina.
You mentioned douching. Okay, douching. Say, ebia insecting, ebia the vaginal tightening and all that. No. With that, since there are products, a lot of products on the market, like hygiene washes and all that, and also they say that you know that it's boldly written. Some of them have it on there that we use so it doesn't cause any form of side effect, and then some of them pH of the vagina, whatever that it's used for the drug, and the pH of the vagina is in line, and so when you use it, you don't have any further reactions. What are your reactions towards that?
Good. That is before I said any medication that has been approved by the Food and Drugs Board authorities is good for the use of the public.
Okay.
Yeah, the public can use without any effect. But sometimes the way the person will use it, me de edrobi be shamase, ma hohoro me nsa, me free krumba ya mate edrona no with my infected hands. Me si free mu, I held the door handle, gate and remove be if you know people have been holding it until some me buy me so my buy my baby so e bi kra me buy no e kunya kra na me betena so na efin bi ye den e wo so to me de me sa prepare efin no. So my hands are full of different types of infections.
Yeah.
My environment because I know my cough adro no na my insert adro no for a particular purpose, but I've also introduced another infection to go and cause another kind of disease or medical condition for you. Most of the people cry no and no be a haban bi. Say haban we there. What it now oposa na wuchi na what the shower kama.
Yeah.
So what is the guarantee of its like purity or the quality of idea? Oh, you know, a born cry you try the also no the kind of infections are a woman in the type of unsua what they home. Sometimes recently you call health training be now omoka say obu ho ye aduro or ye this batch the ba wa pass it second batch or the beba Food and Drugs will be test no na a fairly test. Food and Drugs sometimes they just see say investigate say ebia the type of unsua omode ye no on the second is infected. But first one there it was purified.
Okay.
Second one ebia na through 1 or 2 means be no insura be infected. You see? So the means are they transported adene kono and also another side. And the source of medication also are what they alcohol and also another thing. Okay. So sometimes we do it ourselves. Sometimes the first too is in the preparation of the medication. But the one that has been certified, that one, it is perfect. But even with that, we have to wash our hands clean before we use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to wash your hands. I was saying, sir.
Yeah. And let's not forget, some of those medications has something like a pen.
Yeah.
That they use to transport it. You use it today, it must be well cleaned and kept at a place hygienic, at a hygienic place. But the person will insert it and throw it somewhere. The next day, she'll go and look for it under the bed, take it, and use it again.
Under the bed.
Yeah. So, thereby transporting a lot of infections in there. So the medication is purified, but the means at which the person is using the medication.
So, mentality in the crowd and say, oh, Say any other bacteria be ampo the Jonah be kunansana eko.
Yeah, but a drobia, yeah, for a purpose.
Okay.
See, it is a yeah, oh, for painkiller. Painkiller is basically meant for pain. Nasa wo fa na a frato at a chim, no afa no pepper, no 1 minute. It will go and work for the pain, but you have also introduced another infection to embassy. So you need another antibiotics to cure the abdominal infection. And the pain in the ebecotina, ya we na wofa parana. Ato from na wafano, still the pain will go. Yes, but once I introduce another form of infection, so you have to spend another money to go and treat that kind of infections too. So sometimes yeah, we think we are doing the right thing, but we are rather doing the bad thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so we should read the instructions on the leaflets on the medications well. Then we follow it strictly.
Okay. Right. Now I'm doing this with Dr. Paul Amanuaban. We are discussing pelvic inflammatory diseases. I am Sandra Bentil. And Doc, let's go to the complications of pelvic inflammatory diseases.
The complications, there can be scarring in the reproductive system. Because scarring na kucha.
Okay.
Kucha. Infection eba. So first ba na obo say Mrs. Nyam yet to say kuru. A bet say a kuru. So sometimes when it heals, it leaves a scar. And those kind of scars can cause a lot of problems for you as a woman. So those kind of scarring can also happen in the reproductive. It can happen anywhere in the reproductive system, depending on which part of the reproductive system that was affected. There can be chronic pelvic pain.
Chronic pelvic pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
A hairdresser. But because of PR didn't you first nobody to imagine how Bobby and Mabe 40 a day or Mabe 5. But because of the PID, no, on to me, and also money power, thereby affecting productivity. Yes, and also Obua Okoto and a year ejuma, but because of existing this year, on to me, and Koto and Yajuma could be an ejuma, a Koto ejuma. So chronic pain can also, and even the chronic pain can also raise your BP.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have chronic pain, every time I'll BP also. So it can also cause another thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Infertility.
Infertility.
It's one of the major complications. Infertility. So the person mean to me. Abnormal menstrual flow. It was an emergency, no, and
yeah.
And to me, it can lead to ectopic pregnancy.
Okay. Doc, Pacho, a honum no ectopic pregnancy. Nienka wasem kakrebu ho nim. It means, yeah. What is it? Then, what is it? The ectopic pregnancy. What are some of the symptoms in general? You summarize here, no? Then we move on to the next point.
Ectopic pregnancy. Eye nyinsan bi a nipa bi a wonye mu a esese wo nyinsan no ebeto awodie nim.
Okay.
Awodie nim inside. Obu ha onye mu a nyinsan ne ma beto awodie nim. Ida se nyinsan no be fallopian tube no mu. Ana se ebewo outside the endometrium. Awodie nim mu no na endometrium no. But nyinsan ne enkonkoto the correct place. Edi bebi a akwakoto no se eye kese a emmoa. You see? Yes.
Okay.
So you can say ectopic pregnancy, one yam all right, but you sending na baby as I say, and that it say what would you know, ninchemu, na bonting, fallopian tube, a better service in them. Because any say you saying a better service in them, service and a would you know.
Okay.
Any say you saying better, but also when you say a better service in them. It is a colony be yek a service in them. The service will open. So when it's early detected, then the doctors have to come in with a surgical intervention.
Okay.
Yes, so ectopic pregnancy is a deadly disease. It's a deadly medical condition that we don't have to joke with. So I will take this opportunity to advise the young ladies. And most of them, they know cytotech. because it is commonly known. That's why I'm mentioning its name. I don't mention drugs.
Well, I didn't know. You just told me.
Yes.
So.
So a lot of the youth, we
Yeah.
have been doing the work, so we know.
Okay.
A lot of the young girls, they know that cytotech is for pregnancy abortion. But let me educate you. Cytotech was prepared for the treatment of peptic ulcer.
Peptic ulcer.
Ulcer.
Oh, really?
Peptic ulcer.
Okay.
Ulcer. And the cytotech say yemfa in treaty. But you start to see you soon. You will say pregnant woman be obe fa cytotech be na na nyin say no. I say pregnant woman be obe no cytotech be na nyin say no. I say. Yeah. So that is an adverse effect.
Okay.
That abortion issue is the adverse effect of adro no. And nothing am say cytotech yejai ulcer no yejai infantry ulcer bi mu no. Now there are other medications in the system are even better than the cytotech. I did treat peptic ulcer. But people have now come to know that the adverse effect of cytotech for the treatment of peptic ulcer can do abortion. But abortion, it must be done by a medical personnel, a professional. And your doctor be abortion. And there should be reason. There are reasons a doctor be say, or yeah, abortion. I'm a obi. It's most there are a lot of girls they die through this abortion issue. And Madam Fabra say, oh, meaning brebia or tumbu ha. No, yenikona no ako na ya de amano secretly na oye. Because of that, when they are even bleeding to death, because they want to keep it secret, they are not bold to tell their parents or something for them to be sent to the hospital for prompt intervention. They will be there, then they die. Sometimes by the time I'm do hospital now I get too late. So we are advising them that abortion, they should be very careful because you don't know when it will be an ectopic. And when it's an ectopic and it ruptures,
okay,
you have few hours to reach the theater.
Okay, because ectopic now called side drew now. Okay.
Ebe pie a wode say pompo bi a abo awode no.
Okay.
Eho. Enti se wo fa eduro na ebe pie no. Sa pompo no so emoja na ginam. Enti pie a moja be pie sa gu mu sa obenya internal bleeding na. It's not coming out. Sometimes the doctor says examination mo say kakra bi na ebe through vagina no aba. But dodo na nkasa e wo inside. And you become anemic within the shortest possible time. Umoja be perform within the shortest possible time. When you be will be collapse. And there be a baby be collapse at on would try and ye na so doom phobia and time one for hospital faster. Sometimes we do hospital no collapse. I think you be investigations. Enu si yeme hu say when yam cry na a topic na ade edura kakwe it might be too late.
Okay.
So we are advising the young girls against the abortion because ectopic is a deadly condition. Even at the normal one kasa wa cry na when you kuno na ectopic na ba no. We must go to a gynecologist. Not gynecologist decide what to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doc, ectopic na ekofa abortion issue by. Into ectopic no. Say be obi will be are there any symptoms? How do you say? Ebi ana onpakune ya test on him all right. Afe later on.
No na ya see ya.
Okay.
Afe na ya see no na ya ne ya na ebe severe na ebe severe. Afe o ho a wo se ne moja kofom. Na nusu chinchin no e wo kakra na nusu chin no wo kakra fa nusu chin no basoro na ya asenso eye ne ya ohun se ohwe no no me ase na se me ni moja sometimes e fie for no mo kwa me fa so mo se oni moja
omo hwe weni ase
omo hwe weni ase omo se oni moja omo to hwe wonsem omo so oni moja wankasa won so se wani so itchin with lower abdominal pain. Na akoye pregnancy test na hu se wonyam fast also go hospital se wanga so anya pregnancy test ni mpo a wonya hu se wani so chinchin na hu se wa ya se eye wo ya wo so me so ye o mensesa ma fast also go hu doctor.
Na ectopic pregnancy no every time na e show you positive e bia na mpa ko na akoye test e show you positive say ectopic pregnancy e be kire say pregnancy test near positive and
yeah. The better say nipa nyam. But nipa no wonye oba wonye mani say wayase be oba ni say wayase ye o ya serious. And then he say, "Unya scanty vaginal bleeding, moja kakra if it was seba." Yeah, so when you report to the doctor never requested an investigation. Uhia, the lab and I said the scan and the uhia, or the bed diagnosis ectopic pregnancy. So that thing is something is the work of the doctor or the gynecologist.
Okay.
Yes, we don't have to joke with it. Even with that one, I would say no herbal medication can deal with it.
Ectopic pregnancy.
Ectopic pregnancy. And orthodox medication, we are currently to take that ectopic pregnancy. So you must go and see the gynecologists and the doctors. I call doctors, no one has a doctor. If so, you have to refer to a specialist, a gynecologist, they will refer. Then the appropriate intervention will be carried out.
Okay. And only through operation or
yes. Then they will repair.
Okay.
They will repair the uterus. Maybe a topic of one. Yeah, that is a perforation. And there can be perforation, there can be anything. So that one will leave it to a specialist. Yes. So it's advisable when we start feeling those kind of signs and symptoms, we must report immediately. The word is immediately.
Immediately.
Yes, because when it ruptures, you have less than few hours to report to the theater. And if you don't have the money, assemble trouble.
Okay.
Because you can't just go and have ectopic pregnancy, go and take some medication and it will rupture and you just run empty-handed and go to any hospital that this. You see? So it will bring a whole lot of wahala. So it is advisable that we abstain from that.
The best thing to do is to avoid abortion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
That's the best thing to do. That's the premium. This is the best advice you can get. Definitely, if you go to do the abortion, you might never know. Maybe you've done it successfully, but you might have other complications later. Right. Sure. Okay. Doc, now complications now you can want me.
The complications, cancer too can develop.
Okay, a bit may cause cancer.
A bit may cause cancer.
That is if it's not treated.
Yes, for a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah, it can cause cancer. And I've spoken about recurrent miscarriages.
Yeah.
You get pregnant, you spoil, you get pregnant, you spoil, you get pregnant, you can
cancer, no, which part of the body?
You can get cervical cancer. Cancer can happen at anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, we have skin cancer. Cancer can happen anywhere. So now we are talking about the reproductive system. So you can have cancer within the reproductive system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on where the infection affected. Yeah.
Okay. Treatment and how to prevent it. Now let's look at the treatment.
Treatment is basically antibiotics.
Antibiotics.
Yes.
Okay.
Please. And it should be done by a good medical practitioner.
A good medical practitioner.
Yes.
Not Papa or two or maybe the person doesn't know.
And sometimes self-medication concerning this is not good.
Okay.
Antibiotics should be prescribed by a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't go to the drugstore and mommy and I'm saying I'm just my ass. I'm don't pepper. Mommy. You see, yeah. If you go there, so far as you are holding money,
they'll give you something.
So far as you are holding money,
you are calling it your health care. They're also calling it a business. So definitely.
Yes, so something will be given to you.
Yeah.
And sometimes some kind of medications they mix for some of the clients.
Doc, Mrs. Zekra, ne papa na your pharmacy or your herbal pharmacy. You know what you're no kakra no no so say or your pharmacist.
Sometimes we feel for Rebecca. Sometimes if you for no, remember say I'm my kosa. Ni akwotete ayi 20 no ni amane ma bi na sisi anso de yesi ayi herbal adre yesi esayare efense coronavirus ba ya nim triana coronavirus ba yi
esa coronavirus
ye punu bi na ye num bi ne
oh produce
so
okay maybe I've forgotten but let's move on.
Yakwako titi bi na ya yam ya si ne ya wo sasa so na e de bento a atwen ya se jekosa.
Okay.
So all those things is not right. In terms of PID there, you should go to a hospital, let the doctor prescribe the correct antibiotics for you. Serious like moderate to severe cases, and on it tomorrow a drew antibiotics abenum wenum
Okay.
ebema yare na iden akọ. But say amount oral so no na say ankwa your doctor will prescribe injections for you. Sometimes at the serious state or the severe state, you can be admitted in a hospital. Na ya show ama ho iden actor and sana ye you akufeni ama wedura obenom. Enti oko doctor na doctor be decide say wudie die e wo say me ma orals de abenom awenum ana say depending on baby adru no wo say me ma daha na ye wo pane because wudie no are serious. So it's the decision of the doctor to decide which form of antibiotics you are, which kind of antibiotics and which form, whether in orals or at the parenteral route or in the injection type.
Okay, but obe encourage you to say biya na herbal drugs and so betimi.
Herbal drugs. And I make us say the herbal. They're also doctors. They are tea doctors. So if anywhere you go, whether you go to the Orthodox or you go to the traditional or the local herbs, they have good medications that are used to treat some of the bacterial infection or all forms of infections. But when you take the orals, most of the times, herbal no, na the yenom. It is a woman no, na say ankwa, say na make us the amount of the orals no, na say ankwa. Then you go to the hospital. Then they will decide the kind of antibiotic injections that will be given to you. And sometimes you will need admission. Depending on the severity of your condition. You might be admitted and you'll be treated until say you're in a better form and sana ya mo edu abenom no aye dey discharge amowakofi. Okay. So the earlier the better. You don't have to wait until it gets complicated before they rush us to the various health facilities.
Okay. Now, senior doctor Ekano, if you have any form of PID, when you're any form of the symptoms, you have to go to the hospital immediately because it's a serious issue and it has to be dealt with. Men koto any drug because ebiana okoy or complain pharmacist mama withdraw is the wrong thing to do. Call hospital now on diagnose you. Diagnose you na who here say be a betro say koto a drew we are now koto but men far will pay and to a drew. That's a lot. That's one of the biggest challenge that we are facing. And also one of the issues of course see a lot of yare or unknowingly because ebiana when we say wadam fubi when ya oyare be when ya typhoid or to a drew we also checking share say when ya typhoid ni be and say when so how to the same medicine to say what feel say ebiana symptoms no is kind of similar to your friends or now then later on it may even give you complications. Dog, Patrick, bit me prevention. How do we prevent PIDs? Sorry.
Yeah. So one, regular testing. And this de be a case train say PID no you clear signs and symptoms and sana yako. From time to time no, you bet to me akko check up. You bet to me akko test say if I see a test say you any form of sexual transmitted infection be and then then you treat it early. Then the use of condoms can be used.
Okay.
Yeah. The use of condoms, I also support it because ABNM married couples. There are some of the clients but also who infection, they treat you until ABA and then we in here for a week or two. I say, hey doctor, are they won't understand.
Okay.
So we say what the natural draw so until very simple. So until you use condom yeah. So yes, condom use too is good for prevention. Yeah. Okay. Then seeking medical attention if you get to know that your partner has ever had a history of sexual transmitted infection. And also no or say oh yeah fast now or tested. And if you are about to date a gentleman, yes, it's better, especially it's better you go and do those kind of tests. infection bo ha no more treat before you enter into the main business. Yes,
Okay.
A lot of sexually transmitted infection.
Please hold on a minute for me. Now, the numbers are right on your screens. You can call us and send in your questions, your comments, and your contributions. 024093032. The numbers are on your screens now. Please call us. Patch of fraying. Now, and dinkomo ebiana or questions one send be say bia was say ubisa and I say bia now when your infection ibiana doctor wa her own timi wow on you questions no no my dog patrol.
Yes, then one way of reducing is reducing sexual partners and
sexual partners.
Very necessary.
Okay.
Very, very, very necessary. Reducing sexual partners. Yeah. Then I wanted to talk about something.
Okay.
With
sexual
the prevention.
With the prevention. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to say something.
But Dr. Pacho will say, and I say if the causative organism is being introduced to the body, our immune system no intimate fight. If you have a strong immune system, can't your immune system fight the disease in a way that intimate MBA PID?
It to me fight it. Yari biya better than who do wo body ni mu biya no system na fight ya biya abro so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it has over the system.
Biya ma happen say you kura ye wo STIs yenim.
Okay.
You see the immune system has already dealt with biya. And yes ana kede biya be yare. There are a lot of conditions our immune system nankasa what clear free wa ya ante ho asem. This immune system no think or my a year data of yare awasa and you see the immune system is doing a lot for the body. Nti baako bi na ebe hia extra support no eno na eda ne ho adi a o se Nyankopon di nimdia. So Bible say ye ni duama ne fa na haban na nyire ense yare. Nti na se nimdia no so de ama Nyankopon de ama doctors for. Yes. Nti eden ya yare obiga say last me call radio even obisan say doctor Sentino they be amompaye ne say Nyankopon mankrofo na so no but Bible na kasa Nyankopon na kasa nim say eden ya yare o
Doc, call away. Hello, good evening. Okay, my first caller. I hope so. Who yen pacho we didn't baby our friend fee. Okay. Pacho kasafi here. Kumase. Okay. Me pacho yetiu.
And then I mentioned doctor name
okay.
My video.
Okay. Me pacho with TV set no bet me lower volume ne kakra. It's giving us feedback. Okay, Mpacho Twaso. Hello. Yeah, Mpacho, yeah, it's you. Hello. Okay. Mpacho, ubeti me a San Frey bium, ebia na connection no. And yeah, very good. Into wait me Gina baby and our friend dog.
I want to say this PID is sexually transmitted.
Okay.
And sex involves two people, the men and the women. So when there's treatment, we advise that the two treat themselves together. Because Obano any infection went to a PID. Now, Waba Hospital, doctor treating. But the source of the infection is the man. The man is still holding on to the infection. Into Obani treating who you know, Sako Bearman, or Bessa Kunya infection back. The best do a doctor and the man. I need you, yes, I need you, while reinfected. It's advisable, say, Bearman, who senses say, when you're sexually transmitted infections are. Now, who could treat ya for partner? Near to Mumina. Obano Sunya infection, be as a doctor. Also, catch so bibi say na menso mehuntino menso makwa eden akwa treatment e bia won so treatment as ye na ye nko most of times won so treatment ho na ya na mento I don't buy that kind of idea. Because kotutu you matemeka kotutu me. Wo ma anu abama kotutu me no wan gwai. Wo be there.
Okay.
So if the two of you go together, then you know say mumienu. Na sometimes ya na me man e stubborn.
Doctor, I want to ask him no more because if you are not to say girlfriend be so baby or better than the girlfriend also, I can't say you go hospital.
Oh, some do. Some do. Me binu ma.
So what worry or other girlfriends?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Obua, also doctor, most of the time the men no, when in baby onya the problem
okay. Doc, Pacho, let's hold on to that. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. Pacho, didn't baby afraid anything?
If we done it, baby Accra.
Okay, Pacho, yet you.
Maybe the same business doctor say. Say, if you only we done say, if you who honor hoke kawa.
Okay.
And also ya leben.
Okay. Pacho you. Pacho, me that's how offer because one share Hail TV. Okay, Doc, over to you.
Yeah. And syphilis crab to my answer.
Okay.
It's also a sexually transmitted infection. Yeah, so if it's all no you share bia na wunya that kind of itching, it's advised that one way in a Beko hospital, Beko doctor. Say, doctor, this problem me face.
But the question is that oye de who say and a urine hona or
say one way you share na say obey ma ho kekawa.
Okay.
Yes. So anytime obey on the university and unya that kind of signs and symptoms, you know, let's say there's a problem somewhere. It's advisable the two of them will go. So oba no ho na wa be man wenya. Be man ho na wa oba no so wenya. So it's advisable the two go and do the treatment together. The syphilis na say oba no na doctor be hu the same treatment will do for you. And even with sexual transmitted infections, we see say the most dominant organisms are Neisseria gonorrhea and chlamydia trachomatis. And the protocol says that we treat the two. If someone comes to the hospital, ni ehunu gonorrhea, you treat chlamydia account. Ehunu chlamydia, you treat gonorrhea account because the two move together.
Okay.
Yeah. And in men, like I was saying, you know, say when is our girlfriend will be.
Okay.
Yes, you have to go and treat the person. Sometimes, if I'm advising the youth, especially my man, I stubborn. Sometimes our boss say, "Doc, say. That's a gentleman. When him say, "Oh, hit and run, be a baby," then ube titu jai men kone hobium. When him so be hobium dia, then treatment no and for so be anya den any so. Because one can we on be titu ho a now say kon ho a you go and reinfect yourself. So either when him say one say girlfriend no e better na because sometimes can be a month. So when him so na better na dia fanebra.
Okay.
Na yen treat no.
Right. Doc Pacho, my fire third caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Okay, me Pacho, me that's our friend. Udin baby our friend fi.
That's your son, Ruby.
Pacho say.
Ruby.
Okay, Ruby. Pacho friend fi him.
Irene.
Okay, me Pacho ye too.
Pacho na say. One partner that every 2 days no food then solution and not she.
Pacho Sam Sisubium.
One partner that na say 3 days and no food burning solution and no she.
Doc, do you have any questions for her before she goes?
Yeah. So far as it is sexually transmitted, oh yes, sex in the you know. Anna, you have to go to hospital. UTI, you know, tract infection, you so many area. And yes, sexually transmitted. But you can't sexually transmitted infections you can't because you can get UTI through sex.
Okay.
Yeah, the organism Staphylococcus aureus can be transmitted to you through sex. No about being UTI. So, or say who will be a problem no other. Ever. Whether it is a UTI or it is an STI. And still, so far as I sex and a and a problem it is sexually transmitted. And you have to go to your doctor for a better treatment.
Okay. And Sister Ruby, it's time to go to the doctor. Okay, go to the doctor and then have some tests done.
But
to find out exactly what's happening.
Yeah. No, okay, say Benny says it might happen that.
Was it 3 days after sex? That's what she said.
Oh, okay.
So it could be that she had contracted an infection from the partner.
Because I wanted to say, sometimes after sex, the woman can have some burning sensation because of the friction that has taken place, which is not an infection.
Okay, Doc, please hold on to that. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, me pacho, we didn't baby afraid fee.
Me pacho, the plan of Abna Fusi, me pacho Kumasi.
Okay, Kumase, Kumerica.
The thing is about
Okay.
the thing is about many partners here. I hear in she and more children. You say, blood be or if one's blood or maybe you know. Spencer or no fluid be on side blood be so side.
Okay. Okay. Blood no. When now produce ya na say if you're ban home.
If you are ban home.
Okay. Okay, Doc. Please, do you have any questions for him before he goes?
No.
That's
no,
okay.
Yeah.
Patrick, that's a cell of because when I share Hill TV, Doc will definitely help you with that.
And also, it might happen, say, excuse me to say, maybe the tightness, too much. Until the woman might be bleeding from the walls of the vagina.
Okay.
Yeah. Or there's an infection, and when the more banning and then in who and my husband say be a she's about to have a menses. Now sex na kwakotwe bantem. Into all best start here bleeding kakra blood beba kakra. So ni nyina no also omutumi de call hospital. Ni ehwe say oba no infection bi ana. So oba ni infection bi then the doctor will advise them so okay maybe into baby so oba no so say bi ana be ma no ebi ana be ma no so sen kakra ana e ko inside aya na eye wo ya on oba so be kire na adwene. So if anything like that, then we advise them to get a lubricant when having sex. Yeah.
Okay. Doc, let's take our last caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. Me pacho, we didn't baby afraid fee.
Me pacho me di jimai.
Okay. Pacho
me kasa free te jimai.
Okay.
Me pacho, me vese me bisa doctor say like na moka topic one them.
Pacho
I'm person me bisa say when your topic ni before when you be your operation, can you still get pregnant?
Okay. Yeah, that's how offer because one actually Hill TV.
Okay.
Doc.
Yeah, you can easily get pregnant.
You can get pregnant again.
Yeah. That topic is just a repair of the uterus.
Maybe I know in Pakun to show say next pregnancy, the baby me sounds so ectopic.
It can happen. Until it happen, you better not amount. But
any idea be recurrent?
It depends. Nobody knows when someone will force it.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it comes, then the intervention also comes in. But observe why a topic in the operation to me and your man, she can easily get pregnant. Yeah.
Okay.
If only the adena are affected in ovarian fallopian tubes. Sorry, the fallopian tubes now. That one problem being to me as I am.
Okay. Yeah. Doc, thank you so much for coming. And yeah, the numbers are still on your screen. 024093033, 024409333. You can still call us if you have any other contributions. Now, Doc, ebibi drone na ye kan ho asem no. Obi nso wo ha o say ebibi drone no onoma or have onya reaction. Some people almost your money maybe draw munya reactions. I had that question some time back. Into no ope abrofudro ope say ono the offer abrofudro nko maybe draw nya reaction. Is it true say be drone na cause a reaction and I say another it could be another cause?
Enipadua no obia ne allergies. Obia ne ade a nipadua no empe. Enti obu ha abibiduro no eno so ye hama different aka boom. Obu a ne de no haban bi abe 4 5 and waka boom. Sa haban 4 or 5 na waka boom. Maybe a haban particular one be omu wo system empe.
Okay.
Into unum say aduro na enam say sa haban ni bi ewo mu ni nti no wo be react. The same thing like abrofoduro no so e be a different components na aka boom and e dey aye abrofoduro no. Into that particular thing no ewo mu a ebi obu ha on pemire mushroom. Ebia na aduro no so aye no so no mushroom content ewom because of the mushroom nti you react. Into whether you be duro where you abrofoduro obe react. Yes.
Okay.
Until sometimes an abrofoduro no e have some the leaflet bi ahye ho. Eniema a womb. A baby no so now food and drug board are improve until they also have those kind of ingredients now omode a year.
Okay.
Yes. So sometimes I have to read about the ingredients and see be an din into botanical names na that entiana ye hu ebuka na ginger ebu na ye onion so ebia na mushroom but ya chone botanical name or something enti no hu say mushroom but when you read about it I would advise the public say ya na so ye smartphones na kutan no we should be reading much about whatever we taking ade bi say e ye honam mpo de na nye dangerous say de ekọ mu.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever is going in there, I won't miss farmer. So we must be very careful. We must be reading. And you say, doctor is not God. And if you say, you free doctor now. Doctor, you book so school free one year. And doctors can make mistake. Obey the crab to me at 18 with you, and to obey you now I confused. If you can be a dry day man or out of frustration or some busyness or something. Not mistakenly obi adru there then but through your little reading you may be able to know say na BP adru na ka me be adru na ban say na mama diabetes adru.
Okay.
Then easily they will recorrect things. Yeah, so we should also be reading about enura ye no mo no, but ye reading na ye hu a we shouldn't be okay with that kind of information. The internet too can be deceptive.
Okay.
Sometimes some information you read is not accurate.
It's not accurate.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you read, you confirm from your doctor.
Okay.
Yes, before you take any actions.
Okay. Now we're talking about the prevention. So we'll say avoid multiple partners and then the use of condoms and all that. And yes, basically it. I hope that you have learned from all that we spoke about. Doc, please say something to our viewers. Any form of advice in any way, and also how we can find you.
Okay. To the viewers, you know,
okay.
Yes, avoiding multiple sexual partners, the use of condom, and if you are not of age, abstain from sex.
If you are not of age,
yeah.
What is not of age?
Oh, 15 for 12 for 13 for in a
So which one is of age?
16 and above.
16 and above is of age.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're not of age, that is legally. If you're not of age legally, you don't have sex.
Yes.
But that's not the case in our recent world. And so which other form of advice
that is why we always preach the ABC. Wherever I go, I preach the ABC. Abstinence, being faithful to your partner, and the use of condom.
Okay.
Yes. So if you have to abstain, abstain. One man sorry, I know amount of 5 the faculty. Also again. And you see that thing. In Duke of a problem, but not some by that parents and also.
Okay.
So the parents, we should also advise our kids to abstain. Yes, then if with that we are also in a relationship, we should also be truthful and be faithful to our partners and stay with the partner. Now, a man also and respect it. No man also no man. Said the Bible can. Bible says women be submissive to your husband.
If we start talking about this matter, I know be here go and do.
Sure. Okay. Made me advice.
This papa no for will not leave the girl. So anyway, thank you so much for watching the show. I believe that you are blessed. Now, Prophetic 360 is up next with Prophet Nigel Gazy, of course. Number one, you have to stay tuned. In fact, don't even change the channel, okay? Leave it on Hail TV so that you can experience better Christian inspiration when it comes to prophecies, what have you, everything that pertains Christianity. We've got you covered. Okay, so my name is Sandra Bentil. You can find me on Facebook at Sandra Bentil, on Instagram at the Sandra Bentil, and on Twitter, Sandra Bentil. Just follow me and link up with me for any further information. If you want to locate Doc, please, your contact
My
details.
contact number 0241
0241
064
064
228.
228. Okay.
0241
0241
064
064
228.
228. Okay. So thank you so much to everybody that made this show possible, to my production team and the crew. Thank you all so much. We love you all very much. Stay blessed, and until next week, please, Corona is still in our presence in the system. So please make sure that you are washing your hands with soap and running water. We haven't stopped. Now, if your sanitizer is finished, please find a way to buy one. Okay, Corona is still in our midst, so you have to take very good care of yourself. Now, see you all next week. Want to live healthy by acquiring knowledge about health-related issues, being it chronic or curable diseases, nutritious meals, exercises, and as well as correct all the wrong myths surrounding these issues? Don't worry, the Alive Health Show brings you exactly that. With our team of expertise health practitioners, we are poised to bring you nothing but the very best of information and knowledge about health-related issues. Hello, I'm Sandra Bentil. Make a date with me every Sundays at 5:30 p.m. and catch a repeat on Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. only on Hill TV.